Hey, buddy, I didn't know if I recognized you or not. Do you know me?
Nah, I can't remember, but I got a short memory.
You got a short memory.
Yeah.
About like your paycheck?
Yeah.
No, my name is Dennis Jackson, Bobby Jackson's son.
Bobby J.
Down around Bahopin, Beach Ridge. They call me Juby.
I've heard that name before.
You've heard that name before?
Yeah. I can't remember where, but
Is that Donna Lester's sister?
no, it's Don Lester.
That's Donna Lester.
Need to holler?
No, is that the one that was married to Possum? Who was the
I
one?
turned it off.
Who was the one married to Possum?
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Was you the one that was married to Possum?
No,
Who was that?
I have no idea.
Steve Lester? Malcolm Lester's?
Yeah,
Steve.
Malcolm was my daddy, yeah. Steve,
Ma-
my brother.
Malcolm was your dad?
Yeah, Possum. Yeah, they called him old Possum.
Yeah, call him Possum.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably hadn't heard that name in a while.
Long time.
Steve's been dead now, what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your sister Donna, she was the one married.
I'm Donna.
Yeah, was you the one married to Steve?
No,
Steve's
Donna.
their brother.
Steve's my brother. Donna Faye was married to. Donna Faye Webb was Lester. But she was married to my brother. I'm Donna Kay and she's Donna Faye. See, my brother is Steve. He was married to another Donna.
They
It's
keep it
confusion.
family.
Yeah,
It sa- It sounds like it could be.
no, her name was Donna Faye, and mine's Donna Kay.
Okay, she had 2 daughters.
Yeah, Kim and Emmy.
Yeah. Are they still okay?
Yeah, they're fine. They're both married, have kids, and they're all
And the children?
they're fine. Now, I
Okay.
don't know about Kim's kids because her dad, the kids' daddy, the Kims, has them, so I don't know. She got remarried and she's done a little trouble. Kimberly is a mess.
Well, there's a lot of people around here that's gotten in trouble.
Yeah, it's a mess.
And I didn't
Who
realize.
are you?
I'm Juby.
Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, I know who you are. You're Big David Jackson's brother.
That's right. And I moved over there. And basically in a daggum World War III deal, and didn't realize it with the Ridgeway family. And then the next thing you know, the Ridgeway family got the Lester family involved because they was renting from Donald Ridgeway at the time, and
No,
it just
Steve
took.
ain't never rented from. No, they rented from the Hills. They ain't never rented from Donald Ridgeway ever.
They lived in that brick house at one time.
Yeah, they lived in that brick house for years and years and years. Now I'm getting on that house.
No, I know who you're talking about. I'm talking about her daughter.
Oh,
Kimberly.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Kimberly was the one that
Oh,
rented from Donald Ridgeway, which was right across
Yeah,
from where my
yeah.
property was.
Well,
And,
David's property in yours, yeah.
right, and
I
that
was friends with David.
and they wound up basically Kimberly cost me a felony.
Oh, she said, yeah, I remember that. I remember that now. Started trouble with the rest. I remember I told you about it a long time ago. Steve was telling us about Kimberly's, they started shit, both of them or whatever.
You know how I can't remember.
He can't remember nothing.
And I'm pretty sure it probably tickled them pink to think that they got Juby in trouble with the
I
law.
had no idea.
But I will tell you this.
I had no idea.
What they done was help bring out the trueness and just exactly how sorry that they are up there in Dresden, Tennessee, to think that a group of people would be willing to do somebody like myself, in which I'm not claiming to be no saint, but what I am claiming to be is that I've got ancestry roots that goes all the way back to the early 1800s in the Davy Crockett era. Most of my people are buried right down the road here where old primitive Hardshell Baptist Church is. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, I know where it is.
Okay. I've got like 2 or 3 different generations of people that live back there.
It's past, so just let it go. I mean, it's done. What's done's done.
It ain't the past as long as I still got a felony on my
Well,
record.
you've got a felony on you, but I can't help that. But I know who you are now because you come out here and told me you didn't know my brother that time, remember? In that truck, you had the stickers all over.
Yeah.
Remember? You told me that you didn't, I don't know what you were doing.
I don't think I do know your brother.
Yeah, you know my brother Steve. Domino! Wait a minute, don't. No, get back in there.
Steve
Lester is my brother.
Steve Lester was your
Yeah,
brother?
he was my brother. I'm the youngest.
Okay,
I'm the youngest
okay,
child.
okay.
Hey, baby.
So that meant that Malcolm
Was my daddy.
was your daddy.
Yeah.
I want to say something to you.
What?
Malcolm, I know drank a lot,
Yeah, he liked to drink.
but he done me right.
Yeah, he was a good person.
He never
He
did.
liked
He never.
He liked you. If you didn't, he didn't.
That's right. That's right.
That's how he is.
And
He liked to drink, but
and
didn't
he
bother
and he
nobody.
done me right.
Yeah. He's always been good to me. I miss him.
So you remember my dad, Bobby Jackson?
I don't remember him, but see, I only knew David. I don't remember none of the others.
How about Danny, the redheaded
I
one?
remember him sorta. You know, but I was young. You know. Is
Well-
Danny still living?
No, all of them's dead now.
Oh, okay.
A matter of fact, I contribute to a lot of that trouble that went on over there with the Ridgway family, and also
Donnie's always causing
with.
trouble. He
with-
was always causing trouble.
Yes, he was. And
I
how
used to
come
rent
the
from
court? And how come the courts wouldn't back in our favor?
When I used to rent from him, he used to go in my house and he'd get food out of the refrigerator, eat everything else. Because I recorded it. And sure enough, he did.
Wasn't he renting out to somebody over here where the sale barn is
Oh, I don't know.
wound up dying in
Oh,
the
I don't
house
know.
or something?
I don't know. So I don't know.
That
I
he
don't
still,
go into
I
what
think,
people's
I think the
business.
Ridgway still owns that property over there,
I guess so, because they won't rent them houses out or nothing.
across,
Yeah, I know where you're talking
across
about.
over there. And there's some real nice houses, ain't
Yeah,
there?
they are.
I figured probably part of the family up north is going to
Yeah,
come down
that's what I
and
think.
retire
I
down
think
here.
they can come down here and visit you and stuff.
But you know, I had no idea that I was fixing to walk in to a World War III episode pertaining to the Hatfields
Yeah,
and
we were in
McCoys.
trouble, but-
I didn't realize that I was going to be coming into that until after I done already got down here, and by that time it was too late
Yeah.
because I was already embedded
Yeah.
in the same area where I was basically raised up, because
Yeah.
I've been raised up here since
But you see-
1966.
How they people are. I don't hang around other people. I mean, I'm not a Kimberly,
But-
my niece, but I don't claim.
But it was a dirty cop that turned that around.
Well, that's just a system for you. That's anything
And
somewhere to shoot.
it was a dirty cop that turned that around, and the next thing you know, they tried to make out like that I was stalking Kimberly and her children over there.
Oh my lord.
David and I was not stalking
I know
them.
David wouldn't.
Besides that, I don't know how that you can stalk somebody across from your road unless you set up out there with a tripod or something, which we wasn't doing nothing like that. But I will.
Got a felony, but I don't.
But I will admit to this, that we was concerned about the three little children
Yeah.
enough that
She
we
don't got the kids no more.
we
his
contacted the
mama's
child support services in Nashville and contacted the child support services in
well, I know
Weakley
she don't
County.
got them kids no more, but she didn't have them all the time anyway. Most times Steve and Donna had them.
But can I tell you what was going on over
I
there?
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I'm not into all that drama shit. I just say what's done is done, and I don't dwell on the past. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am.
Well, the ambulance would come out there to pick her up, and she would say, "Oh no, I fell. She did a bit more fall than a man on the moon. That guy freaking hit her so hard it cracked her ribs or something. You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah, that's like I said. That's the past. I don't know nothing about it. Don't
It's the past in a way, but in another way, it's still my present
Yeah.
pertaining to me having a felony.
Well, I'm sorry you got a felony, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? But I gotta go get my
But
dog.
your dad was a good
I
man.
know he was.
He drank a lot.
Yeah, he loved to drink. But
He loved to drink.
But he was good.
But see, I used to know Homer Thompson, Jinx Wallace, Grady Harden,
Yeah.
Connie White, all them people down in that area.
Yes, I don't know none of them, but I remember Daddy talking about that one man. I was too young to remember.
Do y'all sell stuff around here?
No, he's retired. He's working on stuff now. He's retired. He's really retired. So
Does he work on motorcycles? Not motorcycles, but lawnmower motors?
Down, I gotta go.
Okay. Do you work on lawnmower motors?
I just my own.
Yeah.
I don't do it for, public or anything. I'm just a shade tree mechanic.
Well, a master of none, kind of like me. But I've came by here a bunch of times. Yeah, and I thought that I knowed who y'all was, but I didn't know for sure. But that's your wife, right?
Yeah.
Your wife is
Donna.
your wife was the daughter to Malcolm Lester, and also the brother and the sister to Steve Lester that they call Possum.
Well, the one that I always knew they called Possum was her dad.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Steve is her brother.
Steve kind of took that imagery over, or I thought he did. Anyways, but you're right. Possum was the original one. Was the older one, that's probably been dead now for 30 years or better, at least 25.
And I went by him several times, you know.
Did you know my brother David? David Jackson?
I don't think so. The only Jackson I knew was from Greenfield. Once the sheriff now, what's his name? I knew his daddy.
Yeah.
He used to be Cotton Martin. Anyway, my brother was married to his sister at one time. Julie Jackson.
Well, what's wrong with them up there in Dresden? Do they are they basically a clan? They just do whatever they want to do up there, pertaining to the law books?
Yeah.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
They're pretty sorry, ain't they?
Oh yeah.
Especially if they get it,
Been a long time.
especially if they get it in on you. If they don't like you for some reason, for whatever reason, once they get it in on you, you don't have a basically a snowball chance. And you know what? Towards them batting in your favor.
The only person around that area that ever give me a break was I can't even think of his name now.
Lewis Taylor.
No, he's a state trooper.
Oh,
Don Love.
Don Lovelace. I was kin to him at one time because I was married in on the family. Don Lovelace. Every time the governor would come down here, they'd always call on Don Lovelace to chauffeur the governor around.
Hey, I was going through a divorce. And, he knew it. He was going through a divorce at the same time, and he caught me speeding. I couldn't afford a ticket really right then. I mean, I could if I watched my money.
I thought Don was always a pretty good cop
Well, I didn't know.
as far as being straight up.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess any of them will lie and cheat, and if their back's against the wall, you know what I'm saying? I guess any of them will do that, just about it.
He gave me 2 tickets that night, and then he told me, "Come here. Let me see those tickets again." Took them, tore them up, said, "Don't tell nobody."
Did you ever know the guy that had hooks, no hands, over there in that area, hop in? They called him Sonny. You never did know him?
The only one I ever knew that had one hand was the cop over Sharon.
Yeah, I knew him.
I'm originally from around Greenfield.
Oh, you are? No, this guy here only had 2 hooks. I mean, both of his hands was gone. Both of them.
If he ever got after you, he's gonna catch you one way or another.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, I've been living here since 1966, off and on. And there's no doubt, once you get our age, you're going to have a little luggage. But about the worst thing that I've ever been involved in this particular county, was a few speeding tickets whenever I was in my teens. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that I ever peddled drugs, or I've smoked some weed. I've done a couple pills here and there, but I ain't never got out here and dealt drugs or been involved in stuff like that. And how come they turned against me the way that they did?
They always got me for DUI.
I
DUI's gonna pick your finger.
I think it's got to do with my religion.
Oh, really?
So because they pinned on me
What?
You are? All right.
they pinned on me a stalking charge. And how can you stalk your neighbor across the road unless you got a tripod out there set up? Unless you got a gun on them or something? How can you get some? And like I was telling your wife, the only reason why that David and I was even concerned at all about the situation over there was because of the 3 children, which was Kimberly's. Didn't she have 2 boys and a girl?
That I don't know.
Kim?
I know her, but I don't know where that was.
And then there was another daughter, I guess, another sister, that I guess she lives up toward Paris, don't she?
I couldn't tell you where she moved up to.
I never did know her.
I only met him about 3 times.
I ain't never met her. I don't think. But for the judicial justice system to turn on me the way that they did, I'll never get over it. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I ain't a saint. You know, we're all sinners saved by grace, right?
Yeah.
But for them to turn on me the way that they did up there in Dresden, they're gonna pay for that one day. And the reason why I say that is because they didn't help us out down there, going through all that rigmarole that we was going through with Ridgeway and about another 8 or 10 or 12 different families that was sabotaging us and pissed off because I'd come back there, I think it had a contributing factor with my brother's death, because my brother died at the age of 51. And whenever you have anti-Semitism coming your way in different directions, and basically David's peers was telling him that, hey, if you don't get rid of your brother, we're going to get rid of you. And it put so much pressure on my brother, I don't think he could take it. He died at the age of 51, man. He went to work one afternoon, long about 11, 12 o'clock. His supervisor told him to get off the floor. He come home, never got to see the sunshine again. 51 years old.
I worked till I was 65. I worked one more year after that, and drawing Social Security and working too, Ford Construction.
Right.
And I said, the hell with that dad.
Ford Construction, you probably know Dwayne Davis. Call him Hair Man.
Oh yeah.
That's the one I was telling you about. His dad is the one that didn't have no hands and didn't have but about half his arms.
Worked there for 35 years.
So you take care, man. Good seeing you.